Hello and welcome to a new episode of the Valheim building sites. And today Bobbie is up on the highest ridge above the seaside village, looking down at the new building site down there, which I have already prepared. And this will be the living and working space for a new citizen who is a metallurgist. So let's go down there and see what Bobbie has prepared in advance, so as not to make you wait a long time for me to hack at all of that. So we have a three-tiered building here. On this upper floor we're gonna be having some smelters, and then on this middle floor that's the packing and putting away place for all the metal that is smelted up there. And then on the lower floor here, this will be the home and hearth of that person. So we are going to be building all of that today, and that is going to be pretty involved and will be needing some speeding up. And I will be building all of the ground first and explain what I did here. So I tiered that little bit of land here into those three tiers, and then I made sure I placed a floor tile right at the edge here, and then this will be a wall made out of those big blobs of stone wall that will reach to that, so we can have the smelters sit atop, and all of this is going to get a stone floor too. And then that little house will sit right next to that wall here and will come up here too, and then be roofed over. And then in the end we have a path down here connecting all of that to the rest of the village. So I'm gonna be starting by laying out all of the floor up here, and I will be speeding that up and putting some music so you don't get bored to death by me laying that floor. Okay, that is the first step done. All of the flooring is put in and all of the walls that we want to have hiding that raw edge here is put in. Next we are going to put up the smelters up here. So we're gonna have those smelters, and we're gonna be positioning them like that they overhang here a little bit. One will be positioned here. We're gonna be taking out that bit, and then with the roof tiles, the 45-degree roof tiles. We're gonna create a little chute here, like that, and position that smelter. So the produce that comes out of that will drop right down there. And we are going to be doing that all across, like every second comes out. And we're gonna be putting in one of those 45-degree roof tiles here, like that. And then we are going to be positioning those smelters like in the middle here to each of those chutes we created here. That is like that. So we have 4 smelters here, and we could enlarge that if we wanted to, and could have even more smelters. Go out a little more to this side, but for now this should be sufficient here on this place. And that will mean every metal we put in there will be in the end coming down to this place here and drop down here to be picked up. So next step in this process, before we get to decorating all of that, we have to finish that house here, all of the walls around and entrance and whatever else is needed here, windows and so on, so that we can see with what we are working here on this upper space. So we're gonna have the walls 3 meters high, and I'm gonna be putting around the walls everywhere, and then we come back in and punch some holes where we want windows. And as you know me, I'm gonna be speeding that up if I can, so you don't have to watch me raise walls for a long time. Okay, we have the walls up on all sides here, and I think we're gonna be having a window in this place here. So I think we're gonna be having a little bigger window here, because we do not have the possibility to put a window on the back side of the house, so we have to have a larger one on the side. Here. And then I think we want a small window here, just to make it feel not so claustrophobic in here, because it is pretty small. There we have it. Okay. And then we are going to be building up that chimney, and I want one of those to be rounding off that corner here. Let me set that to the correct thing, like that, and then just go up to here to have that nice and rounded off. Let's see if we can do the same thing to the other side. Like that. A little hard to position here. There we go. Is that correct? No, it isn't. It is not. That first one is not correct. Let me try to do that again. That's better. There we have it. Okay, that's nice now. And while we are at it, we might want to do the same thing to that outside corner. Let me try to finagle that. Need that one in here that I destroyed by happenstance. So there we go. Come here. That one needs to stay, and then that one. Wrong side. Needs to be like that. And now my hammer broke. Okay, let's go on. Put one of those in here. And I think we might want to put one of those in here too. Just to have it even on all sides. Well, the other side of the chimney as well. Little hard to stand here, but, well, we manage. So that one goes... Just need to find the right snapping point. Like that. And then... like that. And then that one. Where is the snapping point? There. Needs to go in like that. And then we are missing one here. There we go. Okay, that's the shape. And then we need the means to get up there. We can do more building. And I do want that to come in a little more, so I don't have that much of a wide gap here. And I want to sit that like in the middle here. So to both sides, right in the middle. A little hard to maneuver. It needs to be sitting like right there. That gives us the possibility to go up here more. Let me snap that to that. And come up with a square to build up the chimney all the way. I just need the right snapping point here. From that we should be able to go with auto and build that up, and hopefully don't fall down while we do that. So there goes a chimney. And we do not need that chimney to be quite as high as other chimneys we have built. So I think one more layer of stone will be fine here. And then we will give that a very simple cap by just putting up those here. Connecting them. and then just roof it over, and that should be plenty to prevent the fire from getting rained on and going out. So we have to have something there, and then we're gonna be coming down with those wooden beams to this level on all the 4 sides, so we have it decorated a little bit and not looking awkward. There we go. That's that. Okay, and then as to our usual roof structure thing, the same as we do always. We want that to have an overhang, of course. So we are gonna put those tiles in and a little bit of overhang to the front. Might be we want more. We shall decide that later when we see how it's looking. And then the same game on this side. Bobbie is sliding around here. Okay, now then cross here. And then across this back side too, until we get here. So that's where our roof is gonna be sitting on. And for this build, we're gonna be starting with those small corners here. And the 26-degree roof tiles that need to get finagled in here. Like that. And then a little bit of mishy-mashy here to get that to work. And then we just continue that over. And the roof will go under that stone, and that's absolutely okay. We're gonna be doing it like that. Okay, like that. And then let's see if I can jump over there. Start from this corner. And we're gonna be having an inside corner here. And then continue to the other side. That one won't make it easy on me, but we're gonna manage that. And then just finish off the roof as per usual. I know you should be pro knowing how to do that. And then I will show you a neat little trick how to finish up such a strange gap that we have there because of this being an odd number of tiles. We have a 1 meter gap there, and that is a trick I learned how one can finish up that and still have a roof that is working. I need to do that here and that inner corner. The wrong one. That inner corner goes here. And then that outer corner goes here. And now someone is pinging me. Give me a second to stop that ping. Okay, I have muted my messenger because, again, I forgot to mute my messenger like I always do. Okay, let's continue that up and snap that here. And then we have to have another one of those corners to go here and connect that to the chimney down here and here, and that goes here, and that should be... Oh, yeah, that was not as clever as I thought, because we need another one of those to be connecting here. And no, that's not good. We don't do that. We do that differently. We make it differently. Put that back in again. Okay. That one here needs to be finished up, and that small gap needs to be finished up. And the best way I found to be doing that is by snapping one of those in here. And then we have to find the halfway point of that, and that can be done with a door. Because a door has those 3 snapping points on the bottom, the center, and then one. Let me show you over here. So now we have the center one, and then there is corner 1, and then there is a corner 2. And if we align that corner 2 to that, and then snap one of those beams to that other corner here, that thing will sit right in the middle of it. So, and thus now we have the middle point of that thing here. We can now see what we are doing, and with holding the shift key we can have that on the edge that we want, and then move it like by hand to align with that center point here, and that will place that part here like right where it needs to be to overlap all of that. And then we just continue that over and have all of that roofed in nicely here like that. And then we just have to close up that little gap here, which can be easily done with those tiles here. Snap that to the right position on both sides and have a little bit of finish up here, and thus we are done. And then we can take out those temporary pieces here and just continue up with all of the other things we used to be doing with the roof tiles here. And just continue to put them in there like we would normally, like so. Have them snap there and then there, and thus that is finished off nicely. So that is where our door will go. So let's have a door in here, and I showed you how to position the door right in the middle here. So you're gonna be getting the normal door, putting it there, then get your wished big door and put it on the edge, and then you can take out the other door and your door is in like it should be. And then we do need a little bit of a stair here to get into our house, of course. And I do want to have a little raised platform to both sides where we could put things. And thus we have that finished on this side, and then we need to be finishing it on that side. And for that we are going to be trying out something else, something different I have not done on one of the buildings I have shown you, but I'm gonna be showing you now. So we want here to have that marked where that should go. So that is our marker. And then we're gonna be using stones to... Let me get the right snap point. It's against the sun. It's a little hard to see. Want the right snap point up here. Like that. So we can fill in that bit here. That is one too far here. We need that here. And then, because the roof is technically going on into that wall there, we do still want to have that bit here, sticking here. And then we go up here and put another one of those. And the same on the other side. And then we are left with that tiny little gap that can be conveniently filled in with one of the 1 meter stone blocks. We go. And thus we have like more stone facade than we have on the other ones. And then we are going to be trimming all of that a little bit to have it look nicer. Of course. Like that. Door frame to both sides. Just because of looking nice. A little harder to do on this side. There. And then I do want those to make a wooden door frame. Put up here. And then the 1 meter walls go in here. Let me close that door that we can do that on the other side too. And let me repair my hammer before it breaks. And then the same thing goes in on that side. If I can manage to make that snap to where I want it to snap. Hard to see with that door in. Let me try that again. Because that is that and that is that. And then we want the door back in here. There we go. That's good. Now we have that door sitting in here. Nice. Good. Let's try out if our chimney is doing what it should be doing. While we wait for that to raise up and come out at the top, we are going to be trimming all of the interior here and have that raw edges disappear. Like here. And then a little one of those. And then across here. And across here, a half wall goes in there. And the same on that side, a half one here, and then that one here. And another one here. And we are lacking a little bit of stone up there. So we are going to be putting in one of those. And then that one. And that one can continue over here. And then we can just finish up that little gap up there by putting in that and that, and the final stone block in the middle. That's that. We're not gonna be bothering to put in a door here. That would be a little overkill. One door is way enough. Is that cool? But we're gonna be trimming that door frame like that, and the floor tiles go up here. And the bowls go to the side. And the 1 meter bowls go up here. And then that one goes here. There we go. Okay, of course we do need some cooking implements here, so we want to have a cauldron, and we want to have some cooking stations, and of course we do want some storage, and because this is the metallurgist, he can have iron chests. The others are a little out of luck there because they don't have access to that lot of stuff. So he has the iron, so he can have iron chests. Here we go. And then we of course do need a bed. Put that here. And then we can have a little room divider here to give a little privacy to the bed. Not all that super awkward. That, so we can have a little table here too. Where's my table? That one. That here. I shall be doing the windowsills and then come back when they are done, because you don't have to watch me do that all over again. We have been doing that in the previous episodes. If you want to know how I do make those windowsills, you can go look that up. And then we're gonna be having some iron chests out here too for storage reasons. Oops, that one does not stick to the wall. Come on. Will you please? Thank you. And that one too. There we go. And I will be going on decorating all of that here off camera and come back to show you how it looks later after I've done that. But for now, we are going to come up here and think about what we want to do here. Of course, we do not want to have people walking in on all of that here, and so we want to have a little bit of fencing here. So we're gonna be taking those and fencing this off a little bit here, because there is metal here to be had. And thieves might think that a good idea to be having that. So we're gonna be fencing that off. That is not sitting right. There we go. That should keep them out, them buggers. Maybe one more here. There. And maybe up there. Could easily jump down here, so we're gonna be putting that here too. And then we're gonna be having some round pole fences. You know me, I do use them round pole fences quite a lot to fence off that little way, walkway we have here to coming down. That. And that's the way down to town. Yes, looking nice so far. That's all of that. And then we want some building here, because we do need a little bit of storage. And to make that happen, we're gonna be building us a little bit of a wall along this edge. Okay, now I got interrupted by the doorbell and we're gonna go on. So, like that. Gonna have a little bit of a roofed over area here. And that wall does not need to be super high. Just to give us enough. Put some storage underneath here, and we're gonna have roof tiles. And for that we don't need it super fancy, so we go with those corners. And just roof that over. Same shenanigans here, a little bit of overlap, that's not a problem at all. Gonna be putting another one of those. And here. And then in betweens. Can you snap, please? Here and there. That one was not right. Needs to come over here. And then just trim it a little bit so it doesn't look all raw. And to the sides here too. And of course he will have coal there. And the coal we want to put underneath here because, you know, if it rains we won't have it wet. That would not be a good idea. And then we're gonna be having some chests to put the metals in here. One for the tin, one for the bronze, one for the iron. And we're gonna be having, of course, a cart. Where's my cart? There. Because we need to deliver that stuff to the smithy, and we have to have the coal hauled over from the coal maker's place. So that's what we're gonna be needing here. Okay. And then down here we're gonna be having another cart, because one more cart is better than one less. And you can also place those roof tiles directly onto that fence here, like so. Oh, you can do it better than I have it right, like that, to create a roof on that. And give another box here where we can put the finished ores, the finished metal bars here, so that that can be stored. And then I do want, because he's a metallurgist, he can have a fancy metal railing here, so nobody goes running around his roof and then break through and sit in his living room. There we go. And then we do the same thing to those areas here. And you can leave that off if you want to build that too and you think, oh my gosh, that is a heck ton of metal, just leave that off or put some wooden railing here. That's okay too. No need to go all out on the metal here. I can do that with Bobbie because Bobbie is allowed to use the free building for all the buildings she does in the village. She only has to gather all of the stuff for her own base herself, and for all of that here she is allowed to just use the free building mode. Okay, there we go. That's that. And now I'm gonna be decorating all of that, putting the grass back in, putting some plants and all of that things that you have seen me doing on other occasions too. And I will be coming back to you and show you how it looks when it's all tidied up and nice and pretty, because that will take quite a long time and I don't want you to sit here, watch me put grass and plant and all of that. You can go with your own imagination there and do pretty things. This is like I always do, just a blueprint, a canvas where you can then go in yourself and do things. And it's quite a large house, like large building. The house is pretty small, but the building is pretty large. And we will have to do some finagling at some edges and do things and make it pretty. So we're gonna pause the recording here and let's stand in the doorway. We have a reference point. And I will be coming back and show you all I've done once I've done it. Okay, we are back and there is everything I have built for you to look at and I'm gonna show you around. Come in. There is the entryway like we had it with a barrel, some light and some boxes. Nothing much changed. And then in here I built a little kitchen area with the preparation table and the extensions for the cauldron. We have a little shelf on the wall where we can put things, and then some food on the table here. Around the corner we have the bed like we had before and some decorations on the wall too and lights. So it's cozy in here now. And then when we come outside here, there is a little fire pit with a sitting log to sit there after a hard day's work and enjoy a little drink and yeah, relax. Sven is to the mountains quite often to get silver and he brought some trophies home to put up outside his house. And then coming up here we have that area where all the metal is delivered that comes from the smelters up there and falls down and can be picked up here then and packed away in a box or in a cart to be delivered. And coming up here, that's the smeltering area itself. Everything is like you saw it. I just put up some lights here on that little platform so we can see a little better. Yeah, and there is Sven standing overseeing his smeltering process himself there. Put up some foliage around, some trees, some bushes, mushrooms to make it look a little nicer here. And then we come down here and there's the path to the village. Looking pretty and nice. Some bushes around the house, big old chimney going up there. Coming around to the back, there is not much to be seen here, just some bushes and a big old palisade wall we built to have intruders kept out. Yeah, that's the whole build with a lot of metal. You don't have to do so much metal. You can use wood too. It's not necessary. I just think it's fitting for this metal worker person. And then we have the coal maker's house over here, and over there is the woodcutter's house. And that makes it, I think, a pretty neat build in a village on a slope on a terraced terrain here. And yeah, I think this turned out quite pretty. If you like this build, please give me a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of my builds, consider subscribing. I upload a lot of videos lately, so there should be something new for you to watch around. And with that, I'm going to be saying my goodbyes, and I will be back with new shenanigans in the 10th world real soon. Bye.